morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone? I am headed to work this morning. I am a little groggy, working on my coffee. Y'all, I don't know what happened. Yesterday was, average. It wasn't, I didn't have anything going on. I worked, I got off work, and I did some stuff on my branding, rebranding process that I'm going through. Did some research, and I don't know, I was sitting up there watching Flavors by Dame Dash, and him and Aria was eating an unwich from Jimmy John's, and I was like, oh, they making me. Now, I did come down and I put, because we had meatloaf last night, so I put the meatloaf and the sweet potatoes in on the cook, and I'm watching that video, whatever, and they had an unwich, and I'm like, Dad, they making me want an unwich, and I had everything in there. So I went in the kitchen and, pulled out the lettuce, put me some mayo on there, sprinkle a little seasoning, put my lunch meat on there, some onions, and some cheese, and I went to work on that unwich, and it was so good. And that really was about it, because outside of that, I had some little tortilla chips with some cheese dip, and nothing really else outside of, lunch or whatever. And so the hubby comes home, and, we were talking, and I was asking him, because the only thing I had left to do was the rice and the gravy, but I didn't want to do that until he was home and ready to eat, because I didn't want us to have to reheat nothing. And the sweet potatoes and the meatloaf had literally, well, the meatloaf was still in the oven, but I had turned the oven off, and the oven was still hot. So, everything was pretty much done. So we could have, could start eating even about 15 minutes from then, and the other items would have still been hot. So all of a sudden I got up, and my back and my body just was hurting so bad. I don't know what was going on. And I told him, I said, I'm sorry. I said, you're going to have to do the rice and the gravy, because I'm hurting too bad. I couldn't even stand up in the kitchen. But while I was standing up in there trying to maneuver to get myself back in the bedroom so I can lay down, he was like, babe, what is this all on your back and your neck? And I can't see it. So I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know what he was talking about. And it was a whole bunch of little bumps and stuff. And I'm like, he said, you broke out. He said, all around, it wasn't down my back. It was like across my shoulders, my neck. And, then I said, I don't know. And I don't know what made me look down at my arms, but I looked down at my arms, and I was like, what the heck? And I'm like, it's a whole bunch of, like, little bumps. And I still have some this morning, so if they're still there when I get to work, I'll take a picture to see if y'all can see, because it was much worse last night than it is now. It's been kind of cleared up some, but I'm talking about it's a whole bunch of just bumps. And I felt it, because there's still some kind of right behind my ear right here. And where he was talking about was right behind my ear, going down my neck and across my shoulder blade. So, I don't know what happened. I've been racking my brain trying to think of what I ate or drank that was that would cause me to break out like that. Because the thing of it is, I didn't know I had broken out, because it doesn't itch. It's just like these bumps. So I don't know. I'm gonna do some research to see if maybe, because I don't usually be in the sun. We went to the beach. I did get in the water. But my thing is, unless I just didn't notice it, why didn't I notice it when I was, after I had dried off? Because we went to the beach Sunday. So I'm like, why didn't I notice it yesterday morning? Or like, why wasn't it obvious before he noticed it last night? So I don't know. I don't know what that is. I hope it wasn't from getting in the water. I really hope not, because That would be upsetting. So anyway, I'm headed on in, and not sure what the day is gonna bring. We'll see. See, now I'm itching because I'm talking about it, but I'm sure it doesn't itch. I think it's just my nerves got me itching, because it wasn't itching before I started talking about it. And I don't know why I notice I clear my throat when I'm editing my videos. I notice I clear my throat a lot when I'm talking, but I'm not really sure what it is. I know I have issues with my sinuses, and sometimes, you know, the drainage gets caught up like right up in here in my throat. And so sometimes I feel like I need to clear my throat so I can keep talking, but I don't know. I think I need to probably start back drinking like lemon water and stuff. I have to figure out a way to dry up my sinuses naturally, because I don't want to take diphenhydramine, you know, like Benadryl or nothing like that, because that'll keep you kind of groggy. So I think when I was drinking my the hot lemon water, the lemon helps to, you know, pull all that nastiness out of your body. So I do want to do a cleanse. I didn't know that there was such a thing, but when I was researching like your basic cleanse, I saw that there's they have a cleanse for your liver, your kidneys, you know, not just your your gut, not just for you to clean your intestines out, but like your liver and your kidneys. You know, there's a cleanse for that. So I'm gonna look more into that and see if I can incorporate all three without kind of feeling like I'm overdoing it, because that would be good. And I have to let y'all know what I find out, because I definitely feel like I need to do that. I need to do a cleanse and then reboot my system, you know, to see if I can boost my metabolism without you know, taking a bunch of pills and stuff. So I'll let y'all know what I find out. So I'm filming on my iPhone today, so y'all know I don't have much space, but so I'm not gonna keep you long, but I'm headed in, and I will let y'all know what the day brings. Not really sure if I'm gonna do lunch with you all today, but if I have an opportunity to film again today, I will. I haven't gone live in a while, and I've been thinking about that. I have been trying to work on, like I said before, the branding and stuff. And so, you know, I think I have an idea of the direction that I want to go, because I've just been kind of looking at different things. But I need to make sure that if that's the direction I want to go, that I'm able to find everything that I need within the same price point of what I'm already paying for, say, like packaging and stuff like that. So I don't want to change directions and then wind up paying more for packaging. So I figure fall is a good time to relaunch. One, in honor of my birthday. Two, because it's, you know, hopefully it'll be cooling off by then, and it'll be easier, you know, for me to ship my butters. And three, I can actually, you know, relaunch with some type of special release for my butters, because I know a lot of people, they like the butters and stuff. When I did the summer butter series, there are some butters I'm not doing anymore because it was only for a limited time. So, but I'll let y'all know, you know, what I find out as I find it out, and, well, not as I find it out, but when I'm ready to release everything. There'll be a special video talking about the rebranding, you know, and it's coming, and, you know, kind of an unveiling of the new packaging and the new logo, if, you know, if I decide to change my logo and that sort of thing. So, alrighty, I will holler back. Bye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As y'all can see, I'm in the car. Got my coffee, and I actually decided to stop up here to this little mom and pop donut shop. I'm gonna get me a kolache and a breakfast taco for breakfast this morning. to have when I go into work. So I just wanted to come in and get this vlog started. I didn't end the vlog, the vlog from day before yesterday, and I didn't vlog yesterday, so I will be vlogging today. And I mean, I guess if you can call it that, because usually y'all, I call it ride with me, because most of the time I'm in my car. I'm not really out in the public doing what I'm doing, and so y'all don't see me like moving around, you know, doing different stuff like most vloggers. So my vlogs are just kind of ride with me. That's what I name them. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just waiting for my turn in the line. I left the house a little bit early today to make sure I had time enough to stop up here this morning. Just trying to be prepared. But I just wanted to come and say good morning to y'all. I was up pretty late last night because I couldn't sleep. But I just stayed up until I got tired, and then I just went to sleep. So I'm a little groggy this morning, but it won't last for long. Looks like it's my turn up, and I will chit chat with y'all in a little bit. All right, so I got my breakfast and I am headed out. So they put stoplights in over here on this main street, which is definitely a good thing, because we started seeing an increase in the traffic, and it's like within a 10-day period there was like 4 car accidents. And I think it's because, one, the people who was already living over here, you start seeing all this traffic, and you know, you got people that are impatient, don't want to wait for their turn to go, and so then they just dart out there, and then bam, you know, you have a car accident. But then also people who are new to the area, not really respecting the right of way and all that kind of stuff, then bam, you have a car accident. And it's just, man, the amount of traffic that has increased over the last 2 months has been ridiculous. It is just a huge amount. The volume has increased dramatically, and so you just got a lot of people moving around over here, and it's just crazy. It's just, man, I mean, if I didn't already complain about Houston drivers, this makes it so much worse for me, because it's just now, it just feels so congested and just very disrespectful a lot of times, you know, when people are moving around, because people just, everybody wants to get where they're trying to go now, and they don't care if you know, you have the right of way, they have the right of way. They can care less. And it just makes it so difficult to drive, because I ain't trying to tear up my car, and I'm not trying to be tearing up nobody else's car. I don't want nobody tearing up my car, you know. But there are rules to the road, and as a driver, you have to respect that. And you just don't see a lot of people respecting the rules of the road too much anymore. So it's just, you know, it gets a little scary driving and stuff. And you know, I'm looking at a tow truck driver now, got a car, you know, hooked up on his, and the front end is just smashed all up. And this is on the opposite side of the freeway. And that was a police officer, tow truck, smashed up car. You got 2 big old fire trucks up here. Here's the other car down here. And I mean, it is just scary, because, you know, people will drive extremely fast. The speed limit is already 60. And so if you're doing 60, 65, and somebody passes you, they got to be doing 70, 75, sometimes 80 miles an hour. So that's the other thing, is, you know, the speed. And it's like, sometimes you don't have time to get out of their way. They don't have time to jump over, you know, to avoid hitting you. And you just out here. You just out here just naked. And I'm starting to see more of a police presence in the area, which I know, you know, a lot of times that's what'll happen is when you see an increase in activity in an area, you start seeing more police officers. And because of where we live, you know, we're basically in the country. Because of where we live, a lot of times, you know, you won't just see like the local police, but you'll see like the county sheriffs and stuff. And it's just, man, this traffic, from the time I started talking to y'all about the accident, I'm looking at this traffic on the other side of the freeway, and it is, when I say they're just sitting there, it's jam-packed. I'm still riding, and I don't see nothing but cars because of that accident up there. And this highway is just 2 lanes. It's 2 lanes. So these poor people, I imagine they're going to work. They ain't getting there fast. So the only thing I can say is y'all just, you know, take your time going where you're going. Don't always be, you know, of course you want to drive with the flow of traffic, but don't always be in such a hurry where you're driving and, you know, dipping in and out and stuff like that. And, you know, I worry about my son because, you know, him and his dad, they're the kind of people that they love to go fast. And I don't necessarily like to go fast, but I don't like to be poo-pooing along. I at least like to be driving the speed limit. But all that excessive speed and dipping in and out of traffic and riding up on people's bumper, because that's something my husband does, and I'm always fussing at him when I'm in the car with him, like, dude, don't do that, especially when you're in the car with me. And he'll get right up on somebody's bumper before he'll slide over in the next lane. And I'm like, you're asking for an accident, because the minute they hit their brakes, you don't have any room to avoid hitting them because you're so close up on them. So y'all just be careful, be mindful. You know, they say when you first start driving, they tell you, you know, you have to drive for yourself and for other people, because you never know, you can't anticipate what somebody is going to do, but you can only be watchful and just, you know, allow yourself some space. I don't stay a full car length behind somebody, but I got enough space. If they jam on their brakes and I have to jam on mine, I'm not going to hit them, because I'm not going fast enough and I'm not close enough to them for something like that to happen. Plus, one of the things that I also do is I allow my car to drift one side to another just a little bit, so I can see the cars that's in front of them as well if I'm driving behind a vehicle that's taller than mine. Because right now I'm driving behind a truck and I can't see anything in front of me. So typically what I do is, like just then, it wasn't very much. I didn't go over the line and nothing like that, but I was able to see what color the car was that was in front of him. And so I do that because if they slam on their brakes in front of the car that's in front of me, then I can still, you know, allow myself time enough to stop. So just a little word to the wise. I know y'all, you know, that's unsolicited advice, but it's definitely good advice. You just be mindful of how you're driving, you know, how fast you're going, how close you're driving, you know. And I know that because my son is a car person, you know, one of the things he always says, he got control of the car. You don't have control of this vehicle. Your car gives you a false sense of control because you have a steering wheel. At the end of the day, depending on the road, the traffic, the conditions of the weather, that car's subject to do anything. So only thing you can do is just be as responsible as you possibly can. So today looks like it's not, you know, I don't know if the sun is just late coming up or what's going on. But I tell y'all, yesterday I was in my office and I was working, and it was so pretty outside. But y'all, all of a sudden I heard the like beads, and I looked up and it was pouring down rain. I was like, Houston is a trip, because the sun was still shining. I remember when I was a little girl, it used to be like this all the time. The sun would be beaming. It's like 80 something degrees outside. All of a sudden it would start pouring down rain. Pouring down rain. And the sun is still shining. But the minute the rain stops, it's so hot that the water dries up, and you can't even tell like it just rained 10 minutes ago. I'm like, good gracious life. That's how it was yesterday. The sun was out. It was so pretty. All of a sudden, it just started raining. And I'm talking about, it wasn't drizzling. It was pouring. It's like the sky opened up. Somebody just dumped a bucket of water out. It just started raining. And then just as quick as, I don't even remember when it stopped because it didn't last that long. But just as quick as it started, it stopped. And then again, when you look outside, you couldn't even tell that it was raining. I was like, wow. Typical Houston weather. The other thing is, y'all, I think I looked up a condition because I broke out in a really bad rash all over my arms, and I was going to try to take pictures. I looked at work with my camera, and I was going to try to take pictures of my arms and stuff so you could see all the bumps and stuff all over my arms, but I couldn't really get it to show up on camera. Plus, I couldn't really position the camera to take the picture. I would have to have somebody else take the pictures of my arms. It's not so bad now, but you still can see it, you know, when it's in the right light, because the rash is underneath my skin. It wasn't itching at first, but now, every now and then, it feels like something is itching on my arm. So, of course, I'm scratching it, trying not to scratch it too much. But it's on my arm. It's literally from my wrist all the way up to my shoulder on both arms. And then there's a small area on my back up, like right behind my ears. And so initially I thought, you know, because I had some cherries, and I was like, maybe that's it. So I looked up, you know, allergy to cherries, and they talked about something about pollen and different things like that. And I was like, no, I don't have all of those symptoms, so that can't be it. Then I was looking at, I hadn't eaten anything else that I've never had before. The only thing that I did different besides the cherries was we had gone to the beach. So I looked up, you know, just a rash, you know, from being at the beach and all that kind of stuff. And there's something called beach rash or water rash or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But it comes from being in salt water, and they tie it to the larvae of jellyfish. Like one of the causes was the larvae of the jellyfish. Another cause was contaminated beach water, which we all know the Gulf Coast water is trash. I don't even know why I got in the water, but it was just such a beautiful day. I wanted to go, you know, get in the water. And I did. I got in the water like 3 times and just sat down and just let the water splash over me. And I just really enjoyed it. I had a good time, but now I'm paying for it because, and I wasn't in the sun all that much because, you know, after I got out of the water, we had a canopy. So I went back and sat in my chair under the canopy. So I wasn't like out in the sun, sunbathing or nothing like that. So, I don't know. I just, that's the only thing that I can tie it to. And because they also, there's a condition, I forget the name of it, but it has to do with like having, they call them like, they say they look like pimples. These don't look like pimples. They're literally under my skin, but it's a complete rash from my wrist all the way up to my shoulder. So anyway, I'm assuming that it's from, and I didn't like when I ate shrimp that a couple times, and it was because of where we got the shrimp from. I broke out in hives, and it was red and itchy and inflamed. It's not like that. Unless you're really looking at my arms, or unless I touch it, you can't even tell it's a rash there. But I can see it, and I can also feel it. So I don't know. I had never had that happen before, but like I told my husband, I was like, this is not good, because you know, he was like, no, because that's gonna make you not want to go back to the beach and blah blah blah. Because you know, I love water. So, I don't know, y'all. I looked it up, and that is the only thing I can think of, because everything that I read about, like the water rash or whatever that's called, they also said it can be caused from the sand too. But everything that I read and the description of what the rash looks like ties into what's going on with my body. But I'm just ready for it to be over, because I don't like how this feels, and I don't like how it looks. I didn't have any, because I have like a little first aid kit in the house, and I don't have any hydrocortisone cream in there. But I bought us all these little first aid bags from the store, and I've been adding stuff to them. I believe I grabbed some hydrocortisone cream to put in there, and that's in my car in the back seat. I just remembered that. So what I'm going to do is when I get to work, I'm going to look in the bag. I don't know what's going on in my throat. I'm going to look in the bag and see if the cream, the ointment or cream or whatever it is that I got is that hydrocortisone. If it is, I'm going to rub some on there. And hopefully it'll help. So I've been monitoring my blood pressure. And my blood pressure has been doing good. It is just committing to making sure that I take my blood pressure medicine. And I'm trying to be mindful of taking it at the same time. So, you know, I'm getting better at that. Even though I've been taking my medicine for years and years and years. Sometimes, y'all, I get in these moods where I'm sick of taking pills. And I'm not taking a lot because I was like up to 15, 16 pills a day. I'm not taking that number of pills a day. But at the end of the day, you still get sick of taking pills. So, but I'm getting better. And, you know, so that is definitely showing up in my blood pressure, because I don't know if y'all remember when I went to the eye doctor, she was saying that she saw blood behind my eye, and that was an indication that my blood pressure wasn't under control, and she wanted to see me again in 6 months. And so that's why I started, you know, I started actually taking my blood pressure, using my blood pressure cuff and trying to write my blood pressure down and keep an eye on it and see what I can do. I also increase my water intake because I do know that making sure you stay hydrated makes a difference in, you know, how your blood pressure does. And also not monitoring, but just being mindful of my sodium intake and making sure that I'm not, you know, taking in a lot of things, because I don't drink soda. Mostly drink like sports drinks like Gatorade and stuff like that, and that does have sodium in it, but it's not a lot. And then I don't drink that every day, all day. So lately I've got, because of the Circle bottle, I have that, and then, you know, so I've been drinking more water and using my Circle. I do like tea, you know, so I just been, you know, making sure that I just I take care of her. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, and hopefully I will remember to come back. But yeah, so hopefully I will remember to come back, and I will see y'all later. Or like my friend says, later getter. What's up, everybody? I am back. Yes, I'm back, and I'm headed home. Today was an awesome day. My whole team was in. We had a wonderful conversation, exchanging ideas and dialoguing with each other. It is an awesome feeling to be working with a team where you feel loved and appreciated, respected, and where your opinions actually have value. It's amazing. It is truly an amazing feeling. But anyway, yeah, so basically I'm headed to the house. I don't really have anything on the agenda for dinner. Although I do need to figure out, I took out a whole chicken, but I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow and put it in my air fryer on rotisserie. I have a cylinder. It's not called a cylinder. It's like a rotisserie basket. So, you know, wash the chicken off, season it up real good. And I think I have like a couple apples and oranges, and onion, and stuff all of that on the inside, and put it in a rotisserie basket and just kind of let it go. So hopefully that'll come out really tender. Last time I used it, the meat came out really, really well. So fingers crossed, you know, we have a success the second time around. So anyway, it's pretty hot. It's about 97 degrees, and I just really want to come and just let y'all know that I had a fabulous day and that I am headed to the house. I don't think when I get home, because usually by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. I have an hour drive, so, you know, by the time I get through driving in, all this traffic and dealing with people, bad driving, bumper to bumper, etc., etc., the only thing I want to do is get in the house and pull my clothes off, get comfortable, and veg out watching some YouTube or something on television. I did watch the entire first season of Brad Loves Judy, and I am feeling that show. Those ladies have been through a lot. They have been through so much. Of course, I have always loved Brad. I've always loved her, and so I'm just so happy for her. But that is just goes to show that you cannot judge a book by its cover. Everybody goes through so much, and I love their relationship. I love how they love each other. And so anyway, I watched the first episode of season 2 last night. Today is Thursday, so season 2, episode 2 comes on tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it tonight. I think I may catch it on replay, but either way, I'm looking forward to it. So yep, really enjoying it. I have a list of shows. If y'all have a show for me to watch, drop me a comment below letting me know what shows you think I need to catch up on. I did hear the Squid Games. Is it Squid Games? I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's supposed to be coming back for a second season. There's a few other shows that I actually want to watch, and I can't wait because I like binge watching shows. So there's a couple shows that I used to watch that I have to kind of catch up. I think I missed a couple seasons, so I'm anxious about that because anxious to watch them because they're really good shows. Anyway, if you got a show for me to check out, leave a comment below. Please go ahead and make sure that you comment anyway. Like this video, share it out, share. And if you're not a member of the DFC already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family. And if you are a content creator, when you leave your comment, please leave your channel name below so that we can go over and show you some love. If you go over to these channels, let them know that I sent you and that you are over there to show them some love and offer support. But y'all know we don't get out of here without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care.